name's Liz, and I'm at the Rockville Library. And today, we are going to learn how to grow our own food from kitchen scraps. We're going to learn how to grow green onions. We're going to learn how to grow celery, avocado, sweet potato, and plain old potato. Here's the things that you're going to need. You're going to need all of the vegetables. Yeah, of course. You're also going to need a glass or a plastic bottle or really any container so that you can put the plant in with some water. And then you're going to need a sharp knife and a cutting board. And also, later on, you're going to need some toothpicks. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with some celery. It's the easiest because what you're going to grow is actually the stem of the celery. Stems grow very fast, and so do leaves. Some of these other things that I'm going to show you grow slower because they're the roots or they're actual seeds. But today, celery, super easy. Let me show you how. So here you'll see we have some celery. This is the part that you eat. Without the leaves, probably, but you do you. So we're gonna put this to the side. This is the part that you need. You need to make sure when you buy celery that it has the root. And you need to cut it maybe 1 inch or 2 inches away from the root. And then you can eat the rest. This is what the inside looks like. Once you plant it, it will grow leaves out of the middle. And then eventually, it will grow taller. So, all you need to do now is put your celery in a glass of water. Easy, right? Now you do need to make sure and change the water every few days, just so it doesn't get gross and moldy. All right. And that's celery. Let's go to the next one. Celery's pretty easy, huh? Yeah, it is. Let me show you the second easy one. This is a green onion. In green onions, you eat this part, the green part, and you throw this part away. But today, we're not going to throw this part away. We're going to reuse it. Green onions are very easy to grow because this is actually the leaves. Yeah, we eat the leaves. And it's very easy for a plant to regrow leaves. So these ones grow really fast too. All you need is some green onions, a cutting board and knife, and a glass and some water. Here, let me show you. So, here are all of our things laid out for you. We have our knife, our cutting board, our water, and our green onion, the most important part. Step 1 is cut your green onion. What you're going to want to do is cut the green onion about 1 or 2 inches away from where it is very white. This is the part that you'll eat. So let's go ahead and do that. You can use this to eat, and we're going to use this to grow. You need to make sure that your green onions have some roots, because sometimes they sell them and they don't. And that's all we need to do. We need to put it in some water. Easy enough. With green onions, I've found that it's very easy to do multiple green onions at a time. So let's make him a little friend. Remember? We need to cut it about 1 inch away from the white. Oops. And he just goes in with his little friend. And you can fill the whole glass with green onions if you want. You do need to change the water every 2 or 3 days. And once they grow, and they grow very fast, once they grow to be, I don't know, 6 inches, 7 inches, you can cut them back and do this all over again. Good job. Let's go on to the next one. Huh, green onions are fun, huh? Yeah, they grow super fast. And then you can just cut them off and they grow again, and you cut them off and they grow again. Super easy. So this next one is going to be a little bit more difficult. It is a potato. This is an old potato that I had because we bought a whole bag and we didn't use them all. So this one, if you can see, already has the sprouts. Yeah. But it's okay if your potato doesn't have a sprout. You just have to find the parts that will sprout. Those are called eyes. And you make sure that that is pointing up in your glass. Like that. All you'll need for this is a potato. Yeah. Who'd have guessed? A knife, a cutting board, a glass and some water, and toothpicks. Let me show you. Okay, potato time. Do we have our cutting board? Yes. Do we have our knife? Yes. Do we have our glass with some water? Yes. Do we have the potato? Yes. My potato has already started sprouting. It's going at it. So what you need to do is make sure that those sprouts are out of the water. Okay? You need to put them face up, with this side up and this side down. You can also cut your potato. So it really only needs maybe half of the potato, if you wanted. That's why you need the knife, if you wanted to cut your potato. But today we're just gonna do the whole potato. And all you need to do is you have a glass of water and you need to make sure that the sprouts are up. And you need to make sure that the water goes up to cover, I don't know, maybe 1 inch or 2 of the potato. Yeah. Or if you're going to cut it, 1 inch or 2 of that. For this, you will sometimes need toothpicks, depending on the container you have. And you can suspend the potato in the water. For example, you just need to put in 3 toothpicks for this potato. And then he'll sit right in the glass. Easy enough. You do need to change out the water every couple days. But other than that, your potato will grow. Let's go to the next one. So we've gone over how to grow a whole potato, just in case you have one left over. But you can also cut your potato, right? We're gonna cut it maybe to right here. Yep, still a potato. This is the part that is gonna grow. You need to know where the eyes are, or like my potato, if they've already sprouted, those need to go up. So you get your glass of water and you put your potato in. And my potato will sit in this glass. But if your potato won't, you can suspend it with some toothpicks. I like to use 3. 1, 2, 3. And you want to make sure that your toothpicks point up a little. Do you see that? It's so that they can sit on the top of the glass and let your potato sit in the water. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Potatoes, man. We all love potatoes. I don't know a single person who doesn't. This next one is a sweet potato. It's a lot like a potato. It has the same parts. So there's a part that grows eyes, and there's a part that grows roots. This is also an old sweet potato, but sweet potatoes take longer to grow. That's okay. We've got all the time in the world. For sweet potatoes, you'll need a sweet potato, a knife, a cutting board, a glass and some water, and toothpicks. Let me show you. Here we have a sweet potato. Do we have our knife? Yes. Cutting board? Yes. Glass of water? Yes. Sweet potato? Yes. For sweet potatoes, sometimes you will also need some toothpicks. Okay? Okay. So, sweet potatoes, you can grow from halves or pieces. They just have to already have sprouts. This one does not have sprouts. So what we need to do is figure out which side is the rooting side and which side is the sprouting side. Usually, the end of the sweet potato that comes more to a point, that tapers, is the rooting end. And you want the rooting end to go in your water. And you want your sprouting end to go outside of your water, to go above, so that your sprouts can grow up. You can also tell by looking for little itty bitty roots like this one. And that's your rooting end. Okay? Okay. So for the sweet potato, you're going to want to put it in your glass of water with the rooting end down. My sweet potato is too big for this glass, which is a problem, but it just needs a bigger container. If you find that your sweet potato is too small for your container, you can do the toothpick method, like we did with the regular potatoes. Hup, hup. Hup, hup. You want this side down, and you want it to go all the way up to the middle. Rooting end all the way in the water. So your sprouting end has lots of water and things to grow out of. Okay? Good. So that is our sweet potato. Let's go to the next one. Sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. Do you like sweet potatoes? Yeah. And even if you don't like sweet potatoes, I feel like it grows a very pretty plant. It does. It just takes a little longer. Our next plant takes the longest. It takes a long time to grow. But that's okay. It's worth it. Our next plant is the avocado seed. The avocado, I guess, yeah. So what you do with an avocado, you eat the green part, and you take the seed out, and you usually throw the seed away. But today, we're going to keep the seed. Keep the seed and grow a plant from it. Avocados are actually trees. Yeah, that's why it takes so long. Trees need a long time to grow. Less than plants or potatoes or other kinds of things, normal vegetables. That's okay. The avocado can take as long as it needs to grow because it is a pretty plant. You should also know that this method will only grow an avocado plant. If you actually want a tree, you're going to have to wait for years and years and years and years and years. And also plant it in soil, then plant it in bigger soil, bigger pots. It's a process. This is just the beginning. So, what you need to grow an avocado is you need the seed, you need a knife, you need a cutting board, you need toothpicks, and a glass with some water. Let me show you. All right, avocado time. So, what you need for this, do we have it all? Yes? Toothpicks, yes? A cutting board, and a glass of water. And avocados, of course. This is what an avocado looks like without being cut open. And this is what the half looks like. You're going to want your avocados to be very squishy. A little bit gross. Those are the best. For this anyway. And you want to take your seed out. If it's very soft, like what we want, you can just take the seed out. But if it's hard, sometimes you can use a knife and take the seed out that way. And that's okay. So now we have our avocado seed. If you see, the seed has a wide side and a narrow side, kind of like an egg. The wide side is the part that we need to put in the water, and the narrow side is where the leaves will grow. So this is the root side, and this is the leaf side. Okay. Sometimes, this is optional, but sometimes you can also peel your avocado seed. It's a little difficult, but sometimes it does help your seed grow faster. But we're not going to peel this avocado. What you need to do is take your toothpicks and about 2/3 of the way, you're going to stick your toothpicks into the avocado. One, and remember, you need to point them upwards too, so that the water can get to the bottom of the avocado. So 1, up, 2, 3. So now you have an avocado seed, I should say, that can be suspended in the water with the wide side down and the narrow side up. So you need to take your glass of water and just put it in like that. And make sure the water goes at least 1/3 of the way up the avocado seed. Yeah. Avocados will grow very slowly because they're trees, and trees grow slowly. So you're going to have to wait for this one to actually start growing roots and leaves. But you need to refill the glass and change out the water every couple days, because you'll see that the avocado is drinking the water. And that's how you know it is going to grow. Just give it some time. All right, let's move on. I like avocados. I like to grow avocados, I mean, I do like to eat them too. But when you grow avocados, they're very pretty houseplants. And if you wanted, you could grow a tree. It will take years and years. But a tree, that's cool. Let's review what we've learned today. You've learned how to grow celery, how to grow green onions, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and avocados. All of these plants we've grown in water. Yeah, I like the water method because it's kind of cool to see the roots grow down and the leaves grow up. But you can also do all of these things in soil. Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes things grow faster in soil. Or you could start them in water and then move them to soil once they get too big for their container. Yeah, that's an option. Also, all of these plants do still need sunlight, even the seed. They all need sunlight. So be careful and make sure to put your plant in its container and then put it in the sun. On a windowsill is perfect. Yeah. All right. Good job. Good luck making plants. Bye.